Hello, let's do the New York Times Hard Sudoku for April 21st, 2025. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. We'll start in this box. We have so many givens. All right, let's look for geometry here. These being empty is unfortunate. I'll let you know if I see something. I'm just doing a quick geometry pass to see if there's anything obvious. Let's see, 1, 2, and 8. No. Okay. I'm not seeing a whole lot of optionality here for this. Here we go. Found one. All I have to do is complain that I'm not seeing it, and then I'll see one. So what did I look for? Well, this 3 and 4, you will notice, avoid this row and this column, right? They're just not in those rows and columns. We don't really care about this column, but this row is interesting because this 3 and 4 are not in this row yet, and they can't be in this box. Notice these are filled, and so is this. And so just from a glance, right, obviously I wouldn't sit here explaining it. I'd just go fill 3, 4 here, and actually I'd fill 3, 4 there, and I'd be done in a couple seconds, right? So you can just get some immediate digits really nicely from geometry here. So we're looking at basically placement of givens versus where they are versus where they aren't, and then we're comparing digits and seeing what that might do. So 3 and 4 are not here. They're also not here. They're not here. So 3 and 4 have to go here. Like the row needs a 3 and a 4, and these are the only two places they can be. So this is 3, 4, and then this 3 actually resolves it. So this is where the 3 goes in the row, and now this is where the 4 goes in the row. So we just kind of get those for free. I mean, we could look here, right? But there's 4 places for 3, 4, so it's not helpful. I think that's all we really get. But it's nice to get that 3, 4 right at the start. Let's fill this triple also. Since it just finishes the column, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 6, 7, 8. That's not 6, that's not 7. All right. Now I'm going to go back up and I'm going to do my normal scans. So we'll start on this box here. We've got 2 2s and 2 8s looking in here. So the 2 and 8 end up here somewhere. Vertically, nothing with 2, 8 here. We do have 2 2s here. That places this 2. There does not seem to be any follow-up for that. Okay, so I do have 7 looking down here and this 7 looking in. That puts a 7 in one of these two. That points down with this 7, putting a 7 in one of these two. Let's look at this column. It's down to 3 digits. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 5, 6, 7. That's not a 7. All right. So 8, we do have 2 8. Oh, we did the 8. The 8's vertically here. Do put an 8 here. That puts an 8 in one of these two cells. Sorry, one of these two. We already have the 8 here. Okay, and then this 8 does not seem to be helpful. All right, and then I'm just going to look vertically, the 1, 2, 7, 8, 9. Let's just make sure we didn't miss anything. So 1, no. 2, no. 7, 8, 9. So the 9 actually looks down here along with this 9, putting a 9 in one of these two. All right, this box is down to 4 digits. Let's take a look at what they are. They are the 3, 4, 5, 6. So this can't be the 4 or the 6. So it's 3, 5 only. These can't be 3 at all. So actually 3 in the box. Oh yeah, these two 3s look up. Yeah, 3 in the box is just there. And so this is 4, 5, 6. And the 4 is in one of these two. Yeah, we have these two 4s already. Okay. I think that's what we get out of the top band. Let's do the next band here. I'm going to start with the box with the fewest givens, so this 1 and 8. So we have 2 1s here. Puts a 1 in one of these two. Vertically, we can look up, put a 1 in one of these two. The 8 doesn't really do anything. Okay. So I guess I'll look over here now. The 1 we took care of. We have 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so this 5 actually is interesting to me because it looks into here. So where can 5 go? It can go in any of these 3 places. If I were to corner mark that, which I normally wouldn't, but I'm going to do it to demonstrate. If I were to corner mark it, you would see that we have the 1, 5, and 7 corner marked in these 3 cells. So we have identified 3 cells in which 3 digits have been limited to. It's a really awkward way to phrase it. I don't think that was a great way to phrase it. But basically what we're saying here is one of these two needs to be a 1. And so if one of these two needs to be a 1, I'm very happy to say one of these 3 needs to be a 1. Right? It's still a true statement. It's just not as specific as we could get. It's like calling a square a rectangle, right? So one of these three needs to be a 1 because the subset needs to be 1, right? It's not like it can escape out of here. We're talking about the box. So one of these three needs to be a 1, one of these three needs to be a 5, and one of these three needs to be a 7. And so if in 3 cells I need to place a 1, 5, and 7, I can't place anything else. So this is a 1, 5, 7 hidden triple. And what we can do is just convert our corner marks to center marks and remove the corner marks. And what that tells us is that we just have this triple here sitting in this box. So this is going to be a pair. The remaining 2 digits we haven't accounted for, which are the 6 and 8. So that's a 6-8 pair there. That's going to affect the row, reducing the rest of the row to a triple because they can't be 6-8 anymore. 6-8 are over here. And so we need a 2. We have 3. We need 4, and then we need 9. This can't be 4. This can't be 9, meaning the 4 is in one of these two. Okay, I did scan this column for 4, but unfortunately there's 3 places. So this evicted 6 and 8 from these 3 cells. What can we say about that? These already couldn't have been 6-8, so it's just this cell that can't be 6-8. I guess what we can say is that 6 is in one of these 2 cells in this box. I don't really see anything special about 8 not being here. Well, I guess, yeah, we can say 8's in one of these 2. That's actually pretty nice. I don't think I can do much more with that. Anything else in this band? Did I get everything? I did. That was from looking at the 5. That's all that was. Okay, so I need to look at the 7. I am wondering about this 5, 6, 7 actually against this row. Unfortunately, it's not quite there. But it does mean these 2 cells are likely very restricted because the row still needs 5, 6, and 7, but they don't go here. So they're already not 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what can they be? Well, they can be the 3, 8, and 9, right? They're not 1, 2. They could be 3. They're not 4, 5, 6, 7. They could be 8, 9. And this 3 tells us that's not even a 3. It doesn't match up with anything yet, but this 8, 9 especially could in the future. We have a 7, 8, and an 8, 9. We could get a 7, 8, 9 triple, for example. All right, anything else to see? I really don't think so. Let's move on to this last band here. We have 3s and 4s. 3s are done. 4 does end up in one of these 2. 4 in this column has plenty of options. So it's 3 and 4, and then we've got the 2. All right. So low-hanging fruit, this box is down to 4 digits. We need a 2, 4, 6, 7. So these are 2, 6, 7. That's not a 2. In fact, the 2's in one of these 2. Oh, well, that's quite handy. Yeah, this 2 looking down puts a 2 in one of these 2. I wish I'd seen that earlier. I think I placed this 8 later. Anyway, these 2's point up, telling us that this can't be a 2. None of the rest of these can be 2. So importantly, this is not a 2, making it only a 4. Okay. And that comes back down, placing the 4 in this box. So this is down to 2, 6, 7. These not being 2, is that at all interesting? I mean, 2's in one of these 2 in the box. These already couldn't have been 2 because of this 2. This column has been reduced to 4 digits now that we have this 4. So we need a 3, 6, 7, 9. Well, these aren't 6. So these are 3, 7, 9, and it cleans up further. We have 3, 9, and 7, 9. Is this any of 3, 6, 7, 9? I do believe it is. Unfortunate. Okay, what else can we do? I got this 4. Does that affect anything? These 2 4s look up, putting a 4 in one of these 2. So actually we know that 4 is in one of these 2 in this box. Sorry, in this row, I should say, in this row. Where these 4s line up is one way people would see that. Another way to see that is just, now that I marked these 2 4s, we now know these aren't 4. These are filled with non-4s, and so the 4 is over here. So that means these are not 4. That's the big conclusion. These already weren't, but these are not 4 now. Because the box claims it. The row needs a 4. It's going to be here or here. Wherever it is for the row, that's also going to be in this box 1. So these are not 4. Now, I don't really... Actually, that is nice. This column needs a 4. It's not in this box. We have this 4 here, and this sees a 4 here. This is filled with 5, 6. And these aren't 4 because, remember, the claiming from the row. So one way to think about this, which is kind of a nice way to think about it if you want to, is that this column needs a 4, which has to come from this box, and this row needs a 4, which has to come from this box. So it has to be at the intersection of both. Otherwise, one of the rows or column, either this row or this column won't get a 4. So they have to share it. All right, these two 4s look in here, placing this 4. We are almost done with 4s. Yeah, we just have these left. Nice. So thinking about that actually paid off. This row is now down to 4 digits. We need a 1579. So this is only 59, and it sees 17. This is only 157, it sees a 9. It's going to be any of it. Okay, still haven't gotten more of that. What's my follow-up here? This box is down to 2, 3, 8, 9. Well, it's not 8 or 9, so it's 2, 3 only. What else do I have? Any other low-hanging fruit? I'm scanning for it. Anything we haven't touched yet? This column is down to 1568. This can't be an 8. It's 156. Wonderful. That's all we get. What else do we have here? Ones? Ones in this box are down to one of these two. We could mark that. Is there... I'm trying to, like, I was trying to group these as like a quad, but it is not. Too many digits. I don't know that we have any more low-hanging fruit to look at. So what do we want to look at? Are there any cells that look like they could be significantly restricted? Like, I'm wondering about these 3 here. They're not the 2, 8. They're not the 4. But like, especially this cell here sees a bunch of stuff that isn't already in the row. So it can't be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. So yeah, it's a naked 7. That makes this an 8, 6, and 7. That makes this the 8 and the 9 and the 2 and the 3. All right. I spotted it as soon as I decided to look. That's 8 and 2. That's our 9. That places the 2 in the box as well. All right, well, that was quite nice. Here's 1 for the column. 3 digits left in this box. We need a 2. What else? 2, 5, 9. So this is 5, 9. These are 2, 5, 9. 2's one of these two. Oh, this is a 2, 5, 9 triple. So basically what is this telling us is we're missing a digit. What is it? 1, 2, it's a 3. We need a 3 in this column. That goes here. I guess I could think about what this box needs. It needs a 1, 4, 5, no, not 4, 1, 5, 6, 9. So the 6 is up here. So this is 1, 5, 9. This is not 1 or 9, so this is only 5, 6. In fact, this whole row is 4, 5, 6. That's not a 6. Huh. 1, 5, 6, 9. This column is down to 3 digits. We need a 4, 5, and 7. So the 7 can't go here. So the 7 goes down here, giving us the 5, 1, and 7 here, giving us the 5 here. Let's clean all these up. 6, 7 pair in the box does give us that this has to be a 5, so it can't be 6 anymore. That's 9, 2, and 5. Places our 2 there. That places the 9 and the 8, giving us 6 and 8. I guess the 4, 6 pair would have done that too. We need a 1 in the column. That's our 9, 7. All right, cleaning up a little bit. We get the 6 and 7 and 7 and 6 and the 6 here. We need a 3 and that goes here. We need a something 6. Nope. What did I miss? 5. That's 1. That's 9. That's 5, 6. That's 4, 6. That's 5. That's a 4. This is our 3 and our 1, and we're done. All right, not too bad today. Just had to find this naked 7. Is it there from the start? Let's see. Just looking at let's see, let me highlight this. We know what we're looking at. Just looking at the givens. It sees 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9. So from the start, it is 4, 7, but I do recall the 4s got placed pretty easily. I'm not sure which 4 would see it first, but yeah, so it's not right from the start, but right from the start, it is down to just 4, 7, which is very suspicious. All right, cool. Well, hope you enjoyed this. If you did, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.